Hey folks, it's me Brian, and this is what I'm drinking today. I'm having Samichlaus malt liquor. So I picked this up at my local package store simply because it said malt liquor, 14% alcohol by volume, and it is actually brewed in Austria. Go figure, a malt liquor brewed in Austria. Now, if you are born around the same time as me and you grew up in the 90s, you know that malt liquor was pervasive in the form of 40-ounce bottles, 40s. It was talked about in a lot of songs. My peers and I may have had one or two. And that's the malt liquor I grew up thinking about and drinking, like the Colt 45s of the world, St. Ides, Old English, but never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that there would be malt liquor produced in other parts of the world, especially Austria, and it be 14% alcohol by volume. So I looked up malt liquor on the internet machine, and it says a lot of things, including, it's a beer that's of higher alcohol content than regular beer, which is about 5%. According to the state you reside in, the labeling of beer slash beverage being of alcoholic nature, it might be called malt liquor or it might be called beer, depending on what they require on the labeling. So, also looked up what are other malt liquors in other parts of the world. And they have malt liquor in England, and they have malt liquor, where else did I say? International here. This is on Wikipedia, folks. So you know it's true. So they have malt liquor in the UK, they have it in Finland, Amsterdam. They call these things malt liquor. They're just really strong beers, like a Doppelbock. But malt liquor in Austria is not found on any of these sites. It's not found on this site. This particular malt liquor is touted as the world's strongest beer. The label reads as such, and I got my reading glasses this time, folks. Not going to play the whole I can't read it game. So the label reads as such: brewed only once a year on December 6th. Samichlaus is aged for 10 months before bottling. This specifically is perhaps the rarest in the world. Samichlaus may be aged for many years to come. Older vintages become more complex with a creamy, warming finish. Brewed and bottled by Castle Brewery, Eggenberg, Worsdorf, Austria, product of Austria, imported by Wetton Importers, Chantilly, Virginia. Cash refund in California and New York, Connecticut, and so forth. So Samichlaus Classic malt liquor, 14% alcohol by volume, the world's most extraordinary beverage. I can attest to that. Regardless of how this tastes, the fact that it's 14% alcohol by volume, and they call it a malt liquor, and it's from Austria, that is definitely the world's most extraordinary beverage. So let's crack it open, folks. So I'm expecting this to be dark. Let's see what we got here. And it's relatively dark, about a copper color, medium brown, some bubbles, no head at all. As you can see, no head at all. I like this coloring, smell-wise. So malt liquor, according to Internet Machine, has adjuncts. Apparently that's a bad word in the beer world. It has adjuncts like sugar and corn and other stuff, which real beer snobs look down upon. So sugar, corn, and other adjuncts. This one, I don't really smell any other adjuncts, but I do smell like a peppery type finish, and I actually read that on the internet. So folks, prost, my friends. Mouthfeel is full-bodied, and I must admit, this is like the sweetest beer that I've ever had in my life. Sweeter than any other beer that I've had thus far. Sweeter than the malt liquors I drank when I was young. This is by far the sweetest. I don't know what they did to this, if they had adjuncts in it or not. They aged it apparently because it was produced on December 6th. What an odd date, but it probably means something in Austria. Here it's just December 6th. But this is sweet. Actually, too sweet. This was pretty expensive too. This was $7.50. So you have 11.2 ounces of beer. Very sweet, very expensive. Not a lot of carbonation. The aroma is, like I said, it's peppery. Would I recommend this? No. Is it extraordinary? Yes. I rate this probably about a 60 or 65 out of 100. It's just too sweet, folks. It's as if someone dumped a ton of sugar in here. I'm gonna take this slowly. It's one of the world's strongest beers, according to the internet machine. It's 14% alcohol by volume, so this one little bottle is like 3 beers all in one. So I'm gonna take this slowly. I'm not gonna pour this one down the drain because it just costs too much. But anyway, folks, stay safe, stay sane, and I will see you later.